Well, what do we have here, folks? Living room panners out of the living room again. All right, folks, this is campground number 3 that I videoed yesterday evening a little bit. And this is, you guys will see how remote this is. I picked this spot ahead of time as an option C or plan 3 or whatever you want to call it. It's called Point Barr, and it is on the Arkansas River, and it's very remote. It has campsites with a tent pad, a picnic table, and a fire pit to barbecue or just to have a fire on. And it's no water and no electricity, so just coming back from the little town about 15 minutes away to get some more water and ice and refreshments and stuff. We're probably going to stay here 2 more nights. All right, I'll be right back and show y'all more. All right, here's another view, and this is called Bighorn Sheep Canyon. And again, it's on the Arkansas River, and you're fixing to see some beautiful scenic views of the river here. Already seen a lot of fly fishermen. Yesterday when we got here, there was a couple of men that were sluicing, had a dredge set up and were sluicing. And these little narrow roads, man, you come across somebody coming towards you, you better find a spot to get out of the way. Anyways, Captain Zipline Tours. I guess they do a lot of zip lining around here. But those 2 fellas were dredging yesterday, and they were in the spot that I wanted. So we were into town, got a few supplies, and came back, and they were gone. So we saw where their tailings and stuff were. This area has been worked quite a bit. It is a public area. But hey, this morning, yesterday afternoon, we got camp all set up. We went out, got our spots set up for the sluice, and I built the little mini sluice that I had got the matting for, sluice box matting. And man, let me tell you, compared to the La Trappe, that sluice box matting is catching all the gold. This morning I did a little quick cleanup, about probably a quarter of a bucket. I was crevicing some rocks that were higher up on the bank, and probably found about 40 to 50 colors in there. Some of them were pretty big compared to what we've seen at previous locations, so I was pretty tickled about that. And when I left a while ago, Junior was sluicing about maybe a half a bucket of some concentrates he had done this morning. So hopefully he'll be done when I get back, and I'll get to see what he got. And I got another bucket ready to go right behind him. So we've just been alternating sluicing and classifying and cleaning up, you know. So there it is. I'll be right back. All right, folks, this is where the road starts to get really tight, and this is why RV campers aren't in here. Can't get around some of this stuff. So check this out up ahead. We've been following this valley. There's a Highway 50. We're on Little County Road 45, which is right next to Highway 50, and to my right is an old railroad track that's no longer in use. So there's a railroad trestle right here we're fixing to go through, and this is what prevents the RVs from coming down here. It's all graffitied up, but look at this. That's a pretty narrow, tight turn right here to pull an RV through. So you never see RVs out here, they tell me. Point Barr campground right there. Okay, I don't want to run off into the creek here. Pretty deep drop-offs. All right, it gets hairy from here on, so I'm going to try and video this and drive at the same time without running off into the creek, because it gets pretty steep along this bank here. Anyways, it's beautiful, folks. We've been loving it. It's been a week today since we've been out in the mountains here, or we left Houston Friday morning last week, and it is Friday, and we're probably going to stay a few extra days, because this particular spot has a lot of potential, and the fishing here is great too. We've seen people catch fish, and we just now got a few things, a few lures and some bait. We brought some little rod and reels, so we're going to be doing some fishing too. Hopefully have some trout for the grill. But man, that river is absolutely beautiful, and it's much warmer here. The altitude is only about probably 7,500 feet, so it's easier to breathe. The water temperature is warmer, but it's bigger water. It's moving pretty fast, and it's the river versus we were on Chalk Creek previously. Now up at St. Elmo, that's a big valley, man. It went way up there, but this little deal is much bigger, much nicer, and it's remote. I like it. So we'll probably stay here 3 nights. We were here last night. We'll stay again tonight and tomorrow night, and then we'll head back probably Sunday to Houston. So here we go, folks. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Further down the river we go. The steeper the canyon walls are, and this is hairy, man. It's tight. But up ahead, there's an old railroad tunnel right there. Interesting. Not brave enough to check it out, but interesting still all the same. But there's the river again. It is beautiful. Entering public mining area. There's a sign right there. So we're getting to the Point Barr camp area. So yeah, this is definitely 1 lane right here, baby. Somebody's coming. They're gonna have to back up because I only go 2 different directions, fast and slow, both in the forward motion. Anyways, I've been missing y'all. I hadn't put out any content, but I've been making a bunch of videos. So when I get back to Houston, I'll try and do some editing and make a few videos of while we're up here. So here we are at the entrance of the campground. Right here. Point Barr campground right there. They got a little I forget what they call these outhouses. Ain't much to it, but it's clean. There's no park host here, so nobody's maintaining it. But look at the view, man. Just absolutely gorgeous. Got to figure a lot of gold's washed out of those cracks, huh, guys? Right down here into this little horseshoe point where we're camped at. Probably the best spot. Here we go, working our way down the old trail. Campsites scattered around. See these campsites? Got a little picnic table, burn pit. Not much to them. Down yonder's my red tent. Looks like somebody's down here. Probably doing some day fishing or panning or something. Alright folks, well I hope this video was pretty good for y'all. Not too jumpy and stuff, but here we are back at the camp. And let me get her all backed in, set up. Looks like some folks out there in our area. And we will talk to y'all later. You know what the old painter says, later taters. Well, 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 looky, looky, looky. Man, does it get any more peaceful than this? Probably the biggest drawback is there's a highway right there on the other side of the river, and traffic's going by all the time. But no big deal. I come from Houston. I'm used to hearing traffic. But the view, the sun coming over the hilltop to my left, it's real sunny here from probably around 11 or so in the morning, 10 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon. And boy, it seems like in this little bowl we're in right here, it traps it. So we got lucky, dodged some pretty big thunderstorms last night and yesterday evening. Got a little bit of rain, but our little tarp setup covered us and we're in good shape. So I'm fixing to go down to the creek over there and set up these 2 sluices and start doing some concentrating and see what we can find. People don't come here for nothing, you know. So, all right, folks. Well, later taters.